Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. It is indeed your Kenyan boy BHE Frankenstein, and today we're going to be looking at some player flights by Shot. The company is called Shot, S-H-O-T, and the flights we're going to be reviewing are their L-Style product, and we have different player models that we're going to be looking at, and we also have different shapes for these player model flights that we're going to look at. So I'm just going to give you the rundown of the chart so you can see how they look like. So these are the L-style flights. You can see the L1 is your standard big, and then L2 is your teardrop, L3 is your normal standard, L4 is kite shape, L5 is rocket, L6 is slim, L7 is Astra, or probably the diamond shape, L8 is the bullet, and L9 they've just labeled it as Z with no further description about it. So with the first flight we're going to be looking at is this one, the Thibault Tricol L1. This is one of my favorite players to watch in the PDC, so let's take it out of the box and see exactly how it looks. This is the L1 version. So they come in the big and standard. So we're just going to take it out of the box and then have a look at it. So once you take it out of the box, this is how the darts look themselves, and then you have a little plastic holder that is written L-style over here. So when I try to focus a little bit on the camera, so you can see there's a little plastic piece there written L-style. You can see that it's written L-style, and this is the flight, and this is the color wave of the flight. It's black and white, and then we're going to be reviewing stems that we're going to be using along with these flights. So we have 3 pairs of stems, and we have the locked stem and we have the silent spin. So the first stem we have is the white one, and this is the shell lock shaft. So this is the shell lock shaft. It's white. This one is the locked flight. It doesn't spin. And then we have this one is also another shell lock flight. So we have the clear white and we just have the white. So this one is the clear white, as you can see. This one is clear white, and then the other one is pure white, as you can see. And then we have the 260 carbon spin shaft by L-style. So you can see the 260 degree carbon spin shaft, and the dart that we're going to be pairing our accessories with is this one. This is the Red Dragon Tyrian dart, if you can focus on the camera. So this is the Red Dragon Tyrian, which is available in 22 and 24. The camera can't really focus on the dart, but once we have the flight connected, the camera should be able to focus. But you can see it's like a blue color wave, and sort of like has almost like a crystal grip. It's round, and I wouldn't call this pixel grip, but it's a very indented sharp grip, as you can see. I'll give you an image of how the dart looks, but that's the dart we're going to be using. And we'll start off with another player model. So we've looked at the Thibault Tricol V2. Now let's look at the second version of the Thibault Tricol. That is the L3. So the ones for L3 are the player model flights. The L1 is not written player model like the L3, where you can see The box is black, and then at the front you can see it has been written player model. So you can see the difference. This is the normal Thibault Tricol. When you go to the back, it will give you the name of the player. You can see Thibault Tricol version 2, and then this one says player model. So this one is just the same exact as the white one, but this one is L3, so this is your standard small. And then we have the one for Jelle classing version 6. You can see the blue and white color wave for Jelle classing, the same for the other flights. And then this one also, you require the champagne ring. We'll talk about that as well. So this one is another player model. So we have two French player models. So we have the one for Thibault Tricol, and then we have this one for the other French player. This is a female French player. This is Carole Frisson. And then we also have another one. This is another player model flight. This is Lisa Ashton, and this is L3. So this is Lisa Ashton, and when you go to the back, it does have the name of the player right there, Lisa Ashton version 1. And then the final one that we have is for Robyn, Brian, an Irish darts player. You can see player model. This one is also L3, and you can see at the back it's written Robyn, Brian version 2. The camera can focus. You can see the Robyn, Brian version 2, and this is how the flights look. The ones for Robyn, Brian, it looks like a greenish black butterfly, and then the one for Carole Frisson looks like it's a voodoo doll with, I think, the French colors, which is also, the flight looks cool. It looks like a voodoo doll with the French colors. Now let's assemble the flight and the dart and see exactly how they look. So we're going to start with the locked shaft, and we're going to use the clear white. So this is the one we're going to use. This one is locked. This one doesn't spin. So we'll just open it, and I'll show you how to assemble your flight. So once you take your flights out of the box, they come in a set of 3, and this is clear white. And for short, this flight is the Twinny one. It's called Twinny, like the very small, and you can see it has the white caps on the top. So the white cap is actually called your champagne ring. So this is what you use on, like, for those traditional flights, they use the metallic ring, but for short, the L-Star, they use the champagne ring, and this one is an integrated flight. So this one is the flight, it's integrated, it's an all-in-one system, but it's an all-in-one system where you have to assemble the flight and shaft yourself. It doesn't come pre-built like the Fusion or the QSOL Rost AK-77 or the Target K-Flex. It's integrated, but you assemble it yourself, so it's like a DIY flight. So you can see at the middle of the flight there is a space there, or like a hole. So this is where you insert your champagne ring, this little white piece. So you just fold your flight, and then you insert the champagne ring until it sits flush in the middle. So you don't have to force it, you just push your dart a little bit down, and then put your champagne ring inside, and it should just fit automatically. So once your champagne ring has fitted into the dart, it will occupy the space in the middle like shown below. So This is how your champagne ring looks in the middle of the dart. You can see the space has now been filled, and once the space has been filled is when you attach your shaft to your dart, and your shaft will go in between the spaces. So when you look at the champagne ring, there are spaces in between the dart. So there are spaces in between the dart where the shaft locks with the champagne ring, and once it's already locked into place, you have already assembled your integrated flight system. So just waiting for the camera to focus. You can see there it clips on to the champagne ring, and once that is in place, then you just screw in your shaft and you have your all-in-one flight system. So this one is very sturdy and doesn't have bounce out, so you're not going to have it pop out anytime during play. You can see it is there very firm and very tight. And then the next one we're going to look at is the 360 carbon, because this one is just the same as the other one. They're the same length, the same size. It's just that this one is clear white and the other one is plain white. So we'll just look at the final one as we finish, which are the carbon stems. This one is the carbon, but this one is the silent spin. So these ones do rotate. So I'll be showing you that in a minute. So I'm going to attach our second champagne ring, and then I can show you how the silent spin works. So it's just as simple. You just fold your dart and then push your champagne ring inside, and it's that simple. Your champagne ring just literally takes a second to put, and once you've put it in, it just goes in like that. And then you take your stem and you fix it onto your dart. So there's the triangular part that is looking sharp, so that's where you aim, and then you put it inside and make sure it enters and locks into place with the champagne ring like the first one. So you can see it just enters and locks into place with the champagne ring without any issues. So there you can see it locks into the champagne ring, and the camera doesn't. So once you've already fitted it into place, this is how it would look. Once it has already connected with the champagne ring, you can see, there we go, it has already locked into place with the champagne ring. So this one is the silent spin, so you can see that it does give you the rotation, so you do get the 360 degrees. So you do get the rotation. So when you throw your dart, so this is an example, when you throw your dart, this one will come and hit the oncoming flight, which will spin, giving the other dart a chance to go and penetrate and hit the board. So with this kind of a flight system of the spinner shafts, chances of a bounce out are very rare, or chances of a bounce out are zero. And with this one, you do not get any Robin Hoods, because you see, for the champagne ring, it is different from the other flights, because the other flights, the ring would sit in the middle and it is circular, but for the champagne ring, it looks like a cup that is pushed upside down into the flight. So if you were talking about a Robin Hood, when you throw your dart, it would come, and there's no chance that it would get stuck like this for a Robin Hood. As you can see, it's going in reverse. The champagne ring is put like an upside down bucket. So once you are throwing your dart, chances of a bounce out are null and void. And I like these products by L-Style. I specifically chose the flights that I chose because they look nice. I like the print on the flights, but my personal favorite is this one, the Thibault Trick Hole L1, because He is a player that I really enjoy watching from the PDC, and I really love his gameplay. The French person is called the French Touch, that is his nickname, and this one is my personal favorite from the L style, so the Thibault Tricol L1, and also the Carol Fruson L1 is also another personal favorite. The one I showed you that looks like a voodoo doll with the French color. So these two flights are the ones that are my favorite from all the ones we have looked at. But if there's any more products that I come across, I'll be sure to look at them and sure to give them a review. And that's it for this video. It has been your Kenyan boy BHE Frankenstein with this video reviewing the air style flights and shafts and also the champagne rings. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to drop a free like on the video and a free subscription to the channel, as it does help out and support the channel at no extra cost to yourself. And with that being said, that is the end of the video, and we can just look at the chart one more time so you guys can get a comparison of the different L style shapes that they use. So they normally go with L1 all the way up to L9, and so far the only ones that I have are the L1 and the L3. So the L1 is your standard big and the L3 is your standard small, and those are the most common flights that people use, the standard big and the standard small. And yeah, so like this video, drop a comment, and also tell me other darts products that you would like to see me review. And with that being said, I will catch all of you in the next one, and have a good one.